Hello, you're watching The Mainstream. I'm Khushbu Soni, the founder of The Mainstream. Well, I am super thrilled to sharing this dialogue with today none other than Sameer Raje, who's the General Manager and Head of Business India and SAARC for Zoom. Sameer, first of all, congratulations for the big announcement. This is a big news in India, and I'm sure a lot of organizations have been really looking forward for the Zoom phone in India. So first of all, congratulations, and thank you for all the hard work that you've put into this with the team.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you, Khushbu, as always, and thank you for having me here.
Fantastic. Sameer, wanted to understand what's Zoom's vision for the India market and how is Zoom prioritizing and why India is the focus today in the global landscape for Zoom?
India is a focus for Zoom in the global landscape from two perspectives. The first perspective itself is obviously the market size. I mean, the economy we are and the pace that we are growing at, and the sheer market size. So obviously, I mean, no company can ignore India today. If they are ignoring it, it's at their own peril. So let me put it
True.
Right? So that's the first thing. And the second aspect is, if there is a tech company in the world, they cannot ignore India for the talent pool in India. That's the second very critical important. And for Zoom, these two matters are extremely important. And the first one is the market sizing. And the second one, of course, is the talent pool in India. And we are looking at tapping into both.
Right. Fantastic. And beyond the technology, what larger shift is Zoom phone enabling for modern workplaces?
Zoom phone, I love that. It's not about technology. Zoom phone is going to revolutionize. Again, I'm emphasizing on the fact that it's going to revolutionize how the businesses in India will communicate and collaborate in the future. It's going to change the entire dynamics of communication and collaboration.
Fantastic. And what does the role of AI play in this whole scheme?
Well, AI is part of Zoom platform at every stage. It's not that AI has been infused later on at a later stage, like in the case of other applications or something. But AI has been part of Zoom platform right from the beginning. As a result, it's also there in Zoom phone. And there are some amazing things that you can do using Zoom phone, like, prioritizing your voicemails and defining certain words. And, I'm too passionate about it. I'll keep on talking. But just to summarize, AI is part of Zoom phone right from the beginning.
Great. And what's been the biggest learning? I know, I've heard it from you. You've been working on this for almost 6 years now.
Yeah, don't remind me, please.
But what's been your learning in adapting a global platform like Zoom phone and bringing it to India with all Indians' regulatory and, user needs that we have here?
You rightly mentioned there are two parts to it. The first and foremost is the regulatory requirement, right? Which is India is very different when it comes to regulations and guidelines, especially for the telecom sector. And we had to do massive changes. The first and foremost is the important part of getting the requisite licenses itself from the Department of Telecommunication. Mm-hmm. And the second is to make sure that the product is compliant to be able to, deliver what is required in India and also meet the requirements of the Department of Telecommunication at every stage. So it took a lot of time for us to make the requisite changes in the platform. First was getting the license and then making the changes to the platform. And then now we are ready to deliver it to the customers in the true local sense. So that's what it is.
Wow. And we often talk about unification, right, of tools. What does true communication harmony looks like in practice?
Well, I'm going to go back to my answer, which was about revolutionizing the way businesses are going to communicate and collaborate in the future in the country. If I have to give you an example, just imagine you don't have any restrictions of device. You could be using your mobile phone, you could be using your laptop, desktop, or you could be using, your desk phone for that matter. So no restrictions on that. No restrictions on, where you're calling, whom you're calling, whether it is internal to the organization or external. And also bringing in a whole lot of other things like integrations into applications and not standalone utilization and so on and so forth. It's bringing together all the elements of an application and telephony and a cloud-based approach into this with, of course, AI being the backbone of it. I don't think we've seen this in India.
Yeah.
And this, you're hearing it from a person who has been in the collaboration industry for 20 plus years. And it has always been my dream to bring something like this to India. And today is that big day. So,
Wow.
It's the customers, the users are going to experience something very different. We have seen this happening or being utilized in the US, where you start a phone call on your mobile phone. You move that call to a laptop or a desktop, and then you move it to, let's say, a big screen, and, vice versa, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So that's the true power of collaboration.
Lovely. If you had to describe the soul for Zoom Phone in 3 words, what would they be?
That's a tough one. The soul for Zoom Phone. I would say it is a AI-powered business phone system which will revolutionize the teamwork. Business phone which will revolutionize the teamwork for any organization.
Lovely. What role do you see India playing in Zoom's innovation story going forward?
Well, not only going forward, but we've been doing a lot of work in India for Zoom in the country, which is, we have our R&D center, Research and Development Center in India, which focuses on new technologies and new platform features and functionalities. That team is right now focused on the contact center piece. And again, we are launching that in India as well. That's a completely cloud-based, hosted, omni-channel contact center, which we are announcing. We are going live. And you know what? The first steps of that were taken in India.
Lovely. Superb. It was a great conversation, Sameer. Thank you so much for joining us on the mainstream and sharing all your valuable insights with us.
Thank you, Khushbu. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.